Jeff, I'm surprised that your position, it appears, would agree more with Senator McCain than it would with Senator Obama. Again, you seem to be describing, it reminds me of Joe Biden in his vice presidential debate. He's running against President Bush. Well, President Bush is leaving. We're now talking about Senator McCain or Senator Obama. Stay the course is not who Senator McCain was. He was, in fact, opposing the stay the course type of strategy of the Bush administration. But, Jeff, do you have any military experience?
No.
Okay, neither do I. And so I don't want to set at a table and posit opinions on what we ought to be doing as you've been doing, because you nor I, either one, have any experience to know what we should or shouldn't be doing. The truth is that the very thing that you say you want is exactly what is happening now. The surge has been spectacularly successful. That's acknowledged by everyone, and you just said it hadn't worked. Well, that's a position that it just isn't addressing reality. It has been spectacularly successful. It has been identified as such by many people, many of the experts. Now we come to the point of, you say that you want the Iraqi government to take responsibility. Well, in fact, they have. For example, 2 years ago, Anbar province was considered completely ungovernable. It, in fact, was so bad that the head of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee said that it ought to be split into 3 different countries, and that was one because it wasn't governable. That person, by the way, was Joe Biden. But Anbar province today is so peacefully under control that it has been turned over entirely to the Iraqi security forces, doing exactly what you say you want. So what we have today is a controlled drawdown of U.S. troops, and we can see that as we train and turn over these responsibilities to the Iraqis, as is being done very successfully, and by every measure that has been placed on the Iraqi government, where they were not meeting these goals 2 years ago, they are meeting all of the goals we have set down today. So it's happening. It's happening successfully.
McCain's goals are not as aggressive as Obama's.
The question is, do we continue a successful strategy, or do we go with a risky strategy that may cost hundreds of thousands of lives? I want to go with the successful strategy that Senator McCain has given us.
Okay, Jeff, brief response.
Senator McCain wishes for a permanent presence in Iraq. Basically, Obama wants a residual force to remain in Iraq for a set time to conduct targeted counterterrorism missions. Okay, let's focus on the actual targets. Okay, because the more we don't focus on the targets, the more enemies we make to America by killing what the collateral damage. Basically, we keep creating terrorists, and I'm not impugning any of the work our soldiers have done. I think it's very admirable.
You ought to read Michael Yon's book. Michael Yon's book will show you how American soldiers are making incredible allies out of Iraqis. Do you know what one of the #1 websites in Iraq is for Iraqi boys right now?
I'm not in Iraq.
It's
I'm not an Iraqi boy either.
GoArmy.com. And do you know why that is?
Why?
Because the Iraqis have learned, and Michael Yon in his book wrote this, the Iraqis have learned that the American soldier is the most lethal enemy that you could possibly have if you're his enemy. And yet he is happier rebuilding your school, your clinic, and your roads. And the Iraqis have come to so admire Americans because of our troops that we are building an incredible ally there. Imagine the damage done if we now abandon them.
I'm not arguing the troops. I'm not saying that about the troops. I'm talking about the leadership.
The leadership is doing well. By every measure, they're doing well
now. Okay,
now.
Is that the consensus?
That's the consensus.
In the United States,
read the press.
Most people want to keep our troops there.
No, the consensus is that the Iraqi government is meeting every goal given them over the past 2 years, and that's good.
That's fine. I mean, we could dwell on this.
Yeah, I'm going to end it there. Thank you both very much.
Okay.